Today we've got the TW200 loaded up in the back. I'm particularly excited. This is the first ride of 2025. More than that though, I've got the new Bradley Performance rear tire, the off-road rear tire mounted up on this guy. I've been riding this thing off-road for the last year and a half, and one of the biggest things that's kind of kept this bike from reaching its capabilities, I guess, off-road, it's just lack of grip, because there's no real options other than completely converting your rear tire to like an ATV tire, which for those of us that are more interested in some kind of, like, I guess, light enduro riding or something, that's not too appealing. It's too heavy, too big, too bulky. The tire on this so far, super knobby, cool. Have not had it in the dirt, so this will be our first test. I'll just give my initial impressions. We're going out to Whisky Creek off-road park, kind of Qualicum Beach area, and that place in particular, I've noticed there's like a big kind of gravel pit section where with the other trail wing tire, it just didn't work, didn't hook up hardly at all. And then there's also some other sections where I actually almost got stuck a couple times, where you're kind of in between two downhills, and you got to get a good run and start with that other tire in order to make it up. So anyway, yeah, so I'll be testing that. I've also got the Bradley Performance fork springs, the lower weight ones, like 0.6 kilogram, whatever that spring rate. So yeah, so we're loaded up, heading out, and more to come in a minute. We just arrived. Let's have a look at this knobby. Pretty gnarly stuff. See how she does. So I'm starting out this ride with about 13 pounds pressure in the tires, front and rear. I've heard that running it even lower in the rear for this particular tire is recommended, but I don't want to have driven all the way out here 2 hours, especially after I changed the tire yesterday and pinch a tube. So just gonna take it kind of slow at the start here probably, and get back used to a dirt bike, well, a TW200. Here we go. So far it feels great. I definitely feel a difference with the I got a little extra grip, but I'm a little concerned about my front forks. Sounds like I got some slapping in the front. I reached out to Brad, super cool dude, replied to my email right away about using the stock spacer, and he said that it's good to go. He's not far off. It's not like a really bad slap or anything, but I don't know if I just need some more preload or what. So I'll probably pull that apart and throw a washer in or something. But the front end does feel a lot better. better. Okay, quick story time. That hill back there, I remember last year, it was way drier, way nicer, not nearly as like deep and grody. I had to push this thing up. That took it no problem. Okay, big improvement. Also, going down these hills with the better tire, that's a good test too. I don't often think about slowing down with a new tire being like a benefit, but oh, it's great. A lot more grip. Feels like my back brake actually works. Happens to the best of us. And she, oh, I was gonna say, and she's still running. So it's pretty slick out here. See if we can tractor this thing a little bit more. It's intended use for most folks. Ground clearance issue there. Definitely the rider too, but that's it for today. Yeah, tires fantastic. As far as the really like soft stuff that I was wanting to improve on, it definitely has a lot more grip. I didn't mention this before, but I'm running the, I think it's the Shinko 241 in the front, and that was like a huge upgrade when I had the trail wing. But now that I've got more grip in the back, I do notice that the front end is getting kind of pushed out. It's the rear's got so much more grip now. Maybe a little lower. Like I didn't change it at all today. Stayed with 13 psi. These guys pass. Yeah, so I stayed with the 13 psi. So maybe dropping the tire pressure a little bit would help if in the front. But yeah, no lack of grip in the back. Even had this thing kind of wheelie on me, which is surprising. But yeah, I would say maybe get the matching front tire from the Bradley Performance, just so it's a little bit more evened out. But yeah, it's pretty solid. All right, so just some final thoughts. I got the bike all loaded up and heading back home. Yeah, living here in Canada, the cost of getting some of this stuff is pretty steep, and that's no fault of Bradley Performance or anything. It's just the nature of the beast when it comes to getting stuff from outside of the country. I think so. I got the fork springs and the rear tire in my order. I think at the end of the day, it ended up costing me, after import and everything, about $650 Canadian. So it's an expense. Is it worth it if this is the only bike that you're going to be riding off-road? If you're in a place where there's lots of, you know, kind of deep soil, mud, you know, where that trail wing tire is going to be kind of iffy, yeah, I mean, I'd say go for it. If you do a lot of, I should also say, if you're doing a lot of the riding on this bike off-road, definitely worth getting an off-road tire. But yeah, it's great. Huge improvement. Like I mentioned before, I even got that thing to wheelie on me going up hills, which I've never had, you know, enough grip to have it do that on me before. So that was kind of a surprise. I'm so used to hanging my ass off the back of the thing, just trying to get grip, and it surprised me a few times. So definitely an adjustment. I'd say it's a lot safer out on the trail too. That's something that, you know, it's more fun, but I feel like it was, at least the kind of riding out here, it was pretty sketchy with the other tire. Just, you end up in weird situations. But yeah, maybe if you're gonna make a big order, get the front tire, the matching front tire, just so that you have that extra grip. That way you're not pushing your front tire around. I noticed that especially out here in the kind of slipperier sections. I had a lot of issues with that. But yeah, anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I don't know, maybe more to come.